Hi, I'm Dr. Meera Garcia. I'm a surgeon and the CEO and co-founder of Lantern Laboratory. Lantern is a medtech startup developing a cutting-edge EEG brain monitor that analyzes the brain's electrical signals to assess baseline brain health and identify when a patient is feeling pain or waking up while under anesthesia. Knowing this information will help doctors make objective, patient-specific clinical decisions about drugs and dosing while a patient is unconscious.
I am Dr. Paul Garcia, co-founder of Lantern and the chief of neuroanesthesiology at Columbia University. My clinical expertise is in precision titration of anesthesia medications for patients with vulnerable brains. We believe that there is no health without brain health. At 71 years old, my father had a knee replacement surgery and 6 months later had the other knee replaced. One surgery was easy on my family. He started rehabilitating at home in less than 24 hours. But after the other surgery, he spent several painful days in the hospital, confused with hallucinations. Although the same surgeon performed both operations, his delirium was caused by the failure to properly dose anesthesia and pain medications. Each year, almost 20 million older Americans undergo surgery, and of those, 7.6 million will experience delirium. Delirium is characterized by confusion, agitation, disorientation, and impaired cognition. It can lead to escalations of care, readmissions, long-term cognitive decline, increased risk of Alzheimer's disease and related dementia, and higher mortality. Financially, delirium costs the American healthcare system more than $250 billion annually. Research has shown that we can reduce the incidence of delirium significantly if anesthesia medicines are titrated in a patient-specific manner. Currently, the majority of doctors make anesthesia drug and dosing decisions subjectively, mainly based on their experience. This often results in older patients receiving too much sedation and inadequate pain relief during the anesthesia care. Older patients, especially women and underrepresented minorities, face additional barriers to receiving individualized anesthesia care due to this subjectivity and other inherent biases. Unrelieved pain or receiving too much sedative creates inflammation in the brain, resulting in delirium. What we need is an objective way to track sedation and pain so that we give each patient the right dose of the right medicine at the right time.
By researching the brain's electrical signals, we have identified EEG biomarkers for brain health and for the perception of pain independent of sedation level. This is the scientific premise of Lantern Laboratory's novel innovation, a real-time point-of-care brain monitor that can analyze EEG signals to assess baseline brain health and distinguish pain separately from sedation in an anesthetized patient. This will guide objective clinical decision-making and remove subjective biases that disproportionately affect older patients, women, and minorities. The American Society of Anesthesiologists and its European counterpart have embraced the need for brain monitoring as a standard of care. A significant untapped market exists at present. The global total attainable market opportunity for brain monitoring devices is currently estimated at $1.06 billion, with a compound annual growth rate of 10.2%. Additionally, 37% of the growth is expected in EEG-based monitors, where there are only a few players at present. Lantern is poised to fulfill a significant unmet need in a rapidly growing market. The competitive landscape is ripe for Lantern's entry. Newer EEG-based brain monitor startups are improving upon older technology and trying to tease out the various clinical biomarkers of anesthetics. However, Lantern Laboratory's intellectual property allows us to build a real-time point-of-care monitor that can assess baseline brain health, separately identify a patient's pain versus their level of sedation, and compensate for anatomic changes that can lead to lower signal strength from older brains. Lantern has an exclusive licensing option from Columbia University on 4 patent families, of which Dr. Paul Garcia is a named inventor. And this allows us to build this transformative brain monitor that can provide vital information to clinicians. Lantern Laboratory's innovation will help provide better patient care, deliver cost savings to all interests, and generate revenue for institutions. Our commercial potential is manifest in the 4 key components of our go-to-market strategy. We have established relationships with multiple top institutions to use our device clinically and for research studies. We are working with consultants and physician groups to outline and establish a reimbursement fee schedule. We will offer software as a service updates, and we will license our technology to currently available brain monitor manufacturers and startups as part of an OEM to distributor model. These are our crucial milestones and our development plan. We just closed on our pre-seed funding round, and we are building the prototype while preparing an FDA pre-submission. In 2024, we'll execute feasibility studies and validate our software algorithms. We will then take our software as a medical device via the 510(k) pathway to FDA clearance, which will markedly increase Lantern Laboratories' valuation. Lantern's leadership team has a track record of working well together and embodies a strong commitment to our mission. As full-time CEO, I bring more than 25 years of experience in clinical medicine and medical business management. Dr. Paul Garcia is our scientific lead and a global thought leader in clinical monitoring and patient safety. He has over 100 publications in neuroscience, pharmacology, anesthesiology, and engineering. His research focuses on strategies for neuroprotection. Dr. Yogi Patel is Lantern's CTO and a proven entrepreneur, neuroscientist, and engineer. He has a track record of building companies that develop and commercialize healthcare innovations. Our advisory teams are comprised of world-renowned physicians, prominent neuroscientists, seasoned engineers, and proven entrepreneurs. And we are working to fill gaps in our expertise by consulting with subject matter experts in regulatory pathway, reimbursement strategy, and product commercialization. Lantern Laboratory is making great strides towards preserving brain health. The brain is the target organ of our anesthetics, so neuroprotection is of utmost importance, especially in our most vulnerable populations. Thank you for your time today.